Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to test out another new powder from Becca Cosmetics. This is the Hydra-Mist Set and Refresh Powder. As usual, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about the product, where I got mine from, then I will go into the demo and my final thoughts will be at the end. This is what the powder looks like right here, and when you open it up, it has one of those little closing mechanisms here, and it says, "Keep me closed to keep me cool." This is formulated with 50% water. It's supposed to have a cooling sensation on the skin, so I'm guessing if you leave this open, it's going to kind of dry it out. On the back of the box, it says Set and Chill, an ultra translucent refreshing powder that dusts on like a mist and sets makeup to help extended wear. This weightless powder sets, protects, and refreshes makeup for a silky, smooth, invisible finish. Formulated with 50% water, this powder makes the skin look awakened and fresh upon application. Apply throughout the day to refresh and rejuvenate makeup, ideal for all skin types. And then reading from the Becca website, it again says it's formulated with 50% water, but it says 50% water and glycerin. This powder creates a mist-like sensation on the skin for a seamless finish and comfortable feel. Ultra-fine, light reflecting powders that float over the skin to smooth and blur fine lines and imperfections. Formulated without parabens, sulfates, or phthalates. And then, interestingly enough, the first ingredient in this is aqua, water. It's $38 and you get 10 grams of product. All right, let's go ahead and pop this little guy on. I've already set this eye with my under eye Becca powder, but I want to see if this works underneath the eye. This isn't a claim of it that I'm aware of, but I'm going to try it anyway. Stellium 785, and I have a little bit of the Hydra-Mist powder. This feels like I'm putting water underneath my eyes. This is so crazy. And it does deepen up. Hopefully you guys can see. This one's a little bit brighter. I'm going to take a little bit more down to the side of my nose, the same way that I did the powder over here. That actually set the under eye really well. It's super smooth. The only thing I don't like about it is that it deepened it up a little bit, but it's probably not going to matter whenever I have everything done, but it's just something to note. And that might be because of like that mist technology, however, or Hydra technology. It is a slightly darker powder than like my typical translucent. Now I'm going to set the rest of my face. I'm going to use a sponge to set one side and a brush to set the other, just to see if like one side is smoother. This is my L'Oreal sponge. This feels like I'm literally putting something wet on my face. It's the coolest thing. This looks like ridiculously smooth. It looks really nice. And after like that first initial like cooling sensation, my makeup is set. It definitely is. Stellium 974, and I'm going to set the other side. It feels like I'm using a wet brush. You know, you didn't let your brushes dry or something and you're now trying to set your face with it. There isn't a big difference in texture as far as the sponge application goes and the brush. Everything looks really nice. Now I'm going to go ahead and finish off my makeup and I'll be right back. I was finishing up my eyes and I realized I forgot to zoom in, so here I am. That's all I've done is to finish my lower lash line. Now that it's starting to set in, I'm starting to feel a little bit drier. This is the side with the Hydra-Mist underneath the eye. This is the regular Becca powder. This is the one with the sponge, the brush. Right now I'm feeling like my skin looks kind of dull, but I'm going to finish everything off and see if that changes. Now my makeup is completely done, and I mean, I added a lot of glow to my skin, but honestly, it just feels tight. It feels and looks dull. My mind I feel like has changed about this powder, but I'm just going to let you guys see. And I put a whole lot of effort into making this look good, and I feel like my under eye is darkening even more. This is probably the smoothest part of my face with this powder, but even it still kind of looks cakey and it's just darkening more and more and more. I'm not sure why, but it definitely is. I meant to mention in the close-up that my chin right here, my pores look terrible. Usually it takes to the end of the day for my pores right here to look funky, and they look real funky right now. I feel like they're just getting worse and worse. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Again, my skin just feels very dehydrated, which is interesting for a Hydra-Mist powder. Not sure what's going on with that. When I first put it on, it just looked really smooth. But the more I'm wearing it, and I've only had it on for about an hour now, I just don't love this. I have used it in another suggested way. I've had this powder for about a week now. Yeah, about a week. I got it when they did a pre-release or something like that at Ulta. I think it was Platinum Perk or something. And I used it to dust over my makeup, and I immediately was like, oh, no, 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 no. I do love that cooling sensation, but that's just kind of like a party trick. If it doesn't do anything better than what my other powders do, or even on the same level, it's just it's a gimmick. I've seen people say you can use this like Fix Plus. You know, you would spray your face and it hydrates. But personally, when I used it to dust on my face midday, it just looked, I don't know, strange. It felt cool going on, but then after that coolness disappears, it's just a powder. Honestly, I wouldn't suggest this to anyone. If you want to feel what this feels like, go to Ulta, go somewhere with a tester and stick your finger in it, feel it, it feels cool, and then move on to a better powder. Sorry, I know that sounds harsh, but this just isn't worth the money to me. But let me know if you've tried this down below. Let me know what you think, but for me, I'm going to say pass on this, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.